Hey, James from my RV Broker with a quick tip when it comes to buying your next RV from a dealership. Guys, I am amazed at how many people do not spend the time researching a dealership or their salesperson. I'll explain what I mean here in a second. You would not even think about going to a doctor's office without first getting a referral from a friend or a loved one. Some doctors won't even accept you as a patient or to have an appointment unless, of course, they're referred. Referrals are very, very important because they can help to establish immediately within your mind whether or not this person is going to be a good fit. People just don't seem to do that when it comes to buying an RV. In fact, a lot of people that I work with have bought from dealerships and have swore up and down that they're never doing that again. The experience was terrible, and that's why they've hired me to do it for them. I want to talk about today's video and call it Salesperson Sam. Sam is a three-letter name, and we're going to use those three letters to help us remember when you're going to buy an RV. I want you to think about these three characteristics from Salesperson Sam. Now, don't forget, Sam can be either a girl or a guy's name, so for those of you who care. So let's look at this. S, Sam. For Salesperson Sam, the first letter, of course, is S, and that stands for self-centeredness. Is the salesperson, Sam in this case, are they focused on themselves or you? Are they talking about themselves more? Are they trying to flatter themselves and impress you with their knowledge and with how great the dealership is? And are they listening? Are they really listening to what your needs are and what you're looking to do? Are they trying to push a product on you or take you to some direction that you really didn't want to go? Are they influencing you? These are things that you have to know. Within a few minutes, you're going to determine if you like this person or not. And then as you start to work with them, start listening and pay attention if they're spending more time talking about themselves or talking about you. So we don't want that to happen for you. If the person that you're working with is self-centered and is thinking about themselves first, they're most likely going to have that same approach when it comes to negotiating and to finalizing your deal. So stay away from self-centered people when it comes to salesmanship. Let them focus and listen to you, and you know that your needs will become first. Excuse me. Now, the second letter in the word Sam, of course, is A, and A stands for authentic. Is this salesperson authentic? Is that the real person they're dealing with? Or are they someone else behind the sales tower when they go back and they try to work with their sales manager? Are they credible? Is this a credible salesperson? Look, I'm not saying you can't give somebody a chance, but we got to find out very quickly how long they've been doing it. What was their line of work before selling RVs? Are they going back and forth trying to get answers for you from maybe one seasoned guy that's there at the dealership? Is a salesperson coming in, a sales manager coming in to help the salesperson close the deal? Do they know anything about it? You know how many times I have heard, I don't know, I don't have a number for this, but I'll just say it's a lot. How many times I've heard people tell me I knew more than the salesperson. So you can, in the process of working with them, determine whether or not they know anything about the unit. Help the guy out. Don't try to trip them up. I'm not saying that, but just see if they're credible. Find out if they have any accolades. Find out if they have any kind of training and certification from some of these manufacturers. That will go a long way in helping you decide what's best for you and your money, because you care about it more than anybody. All right, the last letter is M. I know this sounds really, really funny, but is this person marriage material? Let me explain. When you are working with a salesperson at a dealership, you have to think about a long-term relationship, right? There is something in the industry that salespeople will actually say about their customers, particularly when they sell very poor products. They'll say, oh my gosh, I'm married to that person. When you sell this type of RV, you're married to that person, right? But they say it kind of in a negative way. I want to flip that into a more positive way and say, listen, if you are going to be able to work with somebody, you want to make sure that they are marriage material. You're going to have a long-term relationship. I'm speaking figuratively speaking, of course, but you know, if it works for you to go ahead and marry your salesperson, then by all means do it. But I'm talking figuratively speaking. Can you rely on this person down the road over and over again? If you need help, and you will. What about warranty claims? What about service? What if that person leaves that dealership, goes to another? Are they going to be able to help you, or at least advise you to give you the help that you need? You want to build relationships, particularly long-term relationships, because you're going to need them. Nothing feels worse than getting, what you think is a good deal, finding out it wasn't, and then trying to get a hold of that salesperson to find out they're no longer there, they no longer want to help you, nobody there wants to help you, and then you're stuck with this $100,000 RV and you can't get any help that you needed. Service after the sale is extremely important in this industry. So you want to make sure this person, this salesperson, Sam, is going to be the right fit for you, and if they are indeed RV marriage material. Little corny, little cheesy, but those are the things that I would encourage you to remember as you go on a dealership lot. So to review, salesperson Sam, we want to make sure that find out very quickly if they're self-centered, if the universe revolves around them, if they're not listening, or if they're focused on you, if they're selfless. That's that's the first letter, and that's the most important thing. That will help dictate your deal. Are they authentic? Do they have credibility? Is this the kind of salesperson that is going to bring something to the table in the sense that they know a lot about the product, or they're humble enough to say I don't know, and will work hard to try to get that answer for you, and then of course remember that throughout the process. And are they marriage material? RV marriage material is very important. You want to make sure you have a long-term relationship with your RV salesperson. Hey, I hope that helps. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we'll look forward to seeing you again very soon right here with some more tips when it comes to buying and selling your next RV.